Hey, Jersey fans, thanks for tuning in. My name's Brett. Welcome back to Soaky Sweater. We had some more jerseys show up on my front doorstep, so naturally we have to make another video. Now, I've got two in this bag. We're only going to look at one. I know. We're going to look at the second jersey in another video, but don't worry, that one's going to be out quickly. The one we're going to look at, I've talked about briefly in the Rangers Centennial video that we did, I don't know, probably a couple months ago now. I briefly talked about being cautiously excited about this jersey. And in the Panthers Winter Classic video, just over the holidays, I talked about probably ending up getting this jersey because after seeing it side by side with this jersey, it kind of makes a unofficial set. With that jersey, it actually makes a set, a Winter Classic set. So I was looking at it and then I got it super cheap on NHL.ca, NHLshop.ca, which we'll talk about a little later. So I've ordered it. It's in this bag with another jersey. We're going to dive into it here. Of course, I'm going to cherry pick it out of the bag and we'll look at the other jersey another day. We'll just set that aside. No surprise, I'm sure, to all of you. This is the New York Rangers Winter Classic jersey from 2026. So let's take a look at it here. Even putting it on my shoulder here next to this one, it looks great. Bunch of loose threads. Tisk fanatics. There we go. But let's look at some details. So, you know me, I'm a name and number kit guy. So, in terms of economic costs, my only real option was Mika Zibanejad. So, hence Zibanejad, number 93. And the number kit here is felt. Very similar to this one I'm wearing now with Shesterkin. And that follows through on the arm kit as well. You can see here. And then the New York with the stair stepped on the front is also felt just like the Rangers here on their home Centennial jersey. Got the red and blue striping, which is different from this in terms of thickness. On their website, when they were describing this, they actually said they made these a little thicker because it was an outdoor game and they wanted to make it a little more visible. So the striping on both the bottom and the sleeves are a little thicker than they probably would have if this was their actual away set that you could see as a fan in a regular NHL stadium. Premium, size 50. No surprise there to you all. We've got again that and I refer to it as a sweater collar. So that's matching this guy here. NHL shield in the front. 2026 NHL Winter Classic in the neckline there. And unlike the Centennial jersey, and this does match the Florida Panthers jersey, in the back hem here we do have South Florida, January 2nd, 2026. And I think that really bit the NHL in the you-know-what, playing it on the 2nd. Typically, we all know this game used to be played on the 1st. I don't know about you guys. I'm a Canadian, so I'm watching the World Juniors. The World Juniors usually don't. I don't think they ever do, but this year they definitely didn't. They didn't play a game in the tournament on January 1st. So the NHL had that whole day to throw this game on at any time, and I probably would have tuned in. It was 7 o'clock my time, Mountain Time, the Winter Classic, that is. Team Canada was playing Slovakia at 6:30 my time, and it was a rout, but I watched that whole game. I think I tuned in to the Winter Classic for a brief second when there was an intermission in the Team Canada game, and it was the intermission during the Winter Classic, and I saw Biz Nasty doing something silly, which is great, but I didn't really watch any of the games. So I heard viewership was down for the second straight year. They didn't hit over 1 million views. And now I don't know if that's in total in America, in North America, but disappointing because since 2008 up until last year's Winter Classic with St. Louis and Chicago, they've always hit over 1 million views. In the last 2 years, they haven't. So hopefully they go back to the first for next year. We'll see. Um, but anyways, I digress. This jersey's great. Again, cream color. Uh, Basically the away version of this without officially being that. Although in one of the statements, again, when this jersey launched, they referenced that they were using the Centennial colors. Looking at some of the patches here, the New York Rangers apple with the chain stitching on the NYR. That's really cool. This is all felt, so I really like that. I wouldn't make this a primary logo. It's created a secondary patch. Love that. And of course, we saw this on the guy in the back here, the Winter Classic patch, which doesn't jive very well with the classic, Winter Classic look, the vibes, the Miami Vice versus this, more traditional NHL jersey tone and vibe. But it's there nonetheless. It's on the jersey, unlike the Centennial patch on this one. You heard me gripe about that long enough, so we're gonna leave that there. And I'm happy I got this one. So I got this guy for $95 on January 8th. It was marked down for $95, and this is the second year in a row this has happened. So the Winter Classic jersey for St. Louis last year, I got a Jordan Binnington. I think that was January 6th, and I got that for $85. So I guess the feedback, at least for us in Canada, I'm sure it's something similar for you guys and gals in the States. I'm sure it's marked down. I just don't go on the .com, as you can imagine. But if you can guess which of the two jerseys will be the crappier selling one, and you can hold off 6 to 8 days after the Winter Classic, you probably get it for cheap because this was $259 up until, well, January 7th. So there's my little tip and trick. If you think you can forecast which one's going to sell worse, hold off on that one and buy it 8 days after the Winter Classic because you will get it on sale. Again, $95 versus $260. So very happy about that. My bank account's very happy about that. So two collections are complete, and unofficial and unofficial. We got the full set for the Winter Classic 2026 and then the unofficial set for the Rangers Centennial season. Happy about that. Now 4 New York Rangers jerseys in my collections, turning in the St. Louis Blues, guys. Holy smokes. Anyways, Brett from Silky Sweater here. Thanks for tuning in again. Like, subscribe. Take care, everybody.